Free Radio, this is Andy. The beautiful Dua Lipa is here.
Hi.
Incredibly tall when you walked in. I thought she is really tall.
I am wearing really, really big boots.
Let's have a look.
Can you see?
They are massive.
I know, right? Look.
Cow print platforms. It's like you're channeling the Spice Girls a little bit there.
All over again. Bringing it back. Bringing it back.
So you're not, how tall are you?
I'm like 5'8". Anyway.
5'8". So you're quite tall anyway, yeah. Because I'm about 5'8".
No, you're not. You're way taller.
No, 5'8.5", maybe.
Oh.
Listen, you join us on a very, very exciting, momentous day. Don't know whether you've heard the. Are you a fan of the Great British Bake Off?
I just got like one of those BBC News things on my app. Like it just came up as an update, but I don't watch it.
Breaking news today is the day that Mary Berry has quit the Great British Bake Off.
Wow, I
Don't care.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like Mary Berry is like proper like traditional, like old school.
She is.
Proper, like food. So maybe someone giving it more of a modern take to the British Bake Off might be cool.
Official line from Dua Lipa. There you go. If you want that, if you're listening BBC, there you go. You're not going to throw your hat into the ring to be the new judge on the Great British Bake Off?
No, I'm not the best cook. I can cook, but I'm not like something I'm proud of.
No. Music
Something
is where you are.
Something I push.
In the studio, not the kitchen, is where Dua Lipa belongs.
That's where you'll find me.
Listen,
Cooking up tunes.
They're cooking up tunes. You've already got a name for the new album, haven't you, next year? You're just calling it Dua Lipa.
Yeah, it's a self-titled album, and the reason that being, first of all, because it was really hard to find a title that really kind of encaptured everything that I've tried to say in the album. And I felt because this album is me and it's all very autobiographical and it's a lot about the things that I've done up to this point, I felt that it was kind of fitting to just name it.
It makes sense.
Well, just, yeah,
Got it
self-titled.
after you. Yeah. The second album is going to be the struggling. What do I call it now? Cooking up tunes maybe for the second album.
Maybe.
Or Dua Lipa 2. You could keep going on. It's worked for Adele with her age. Why not? Why not? So how come we have to wait till next year for the album?
Well, it's always just been a bit crazy right now with festivals and stuff. And I felt that everything that I'd written up to this point was a lot about everything that had already happened in my life, a massive like a dip in the memory box.
Yeah.
And I felt like I didn't have enough of what was currently going on in my life. Something that was, because everything's just been so crazy, the adrenaline rush, the being on stage, the performing, the traveling, the highs and the lows that come with it, and the post-show blues. And I find a lot of inspiration by writing from darker things. They inspire me, and sometimes sadness inspires me a lot, and I try and make it into like a dance crying kind of song.
Dance crying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I just felt like I got a bit restless and I wanted to write some more, and I needed a few more days, and I needed to push the date back. So, and also I go on tour in October, and then in November I'm touring with Troye Sivan in America.
Oh, cool.
And then, yeah, like December, January, just kind of get ready, and February the album comes.
So is the album still evolving, or is it ready now?
I think it's ready now.
Yeah, it's ready, she says.
She says, but the album, the date's out there, so it's going to happen.
You're saying you've been writing still. So what have been the highs and lows of this year? Because for us, you have had an amazing year.
It's been amazing. No, I'm not saying like highs and lows. I just feel like emotionally it's been such a roller coaster, because when you're performing live, you're constantly on stage, you're giving all your energy, the adrenaline rush. It's really hard to come down from that sometimes after a show.
Yeah.
So after like show after show after show, you come to the end of festival season, and then it's like you're crashing. Like all the other emotions come running for you. So I just end up crying. I don't know what's happening. It's just like all this like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. You have to be in the thick of it all, and I feel inspired sometimes by the craziness.
What is going to be the one highlight you look from this year, from 2016, when you look back in years to come? You go, 2016, I loved when that happened. Can you pinpoint a particular moment that has been special for you so far?
Oh man, there's been so many special.
Obviously,
moments.
apart from this interview.
This interview is number one.
Second.
Glastonbury.
Glastonbury.
That was amazing. That was definitely like a massive highlight for me. Performing on The Tonight Show, doing Jimmy Fallon.
Of course, yeah.
In America. That was insane. That was surreal. And getting to perform Hotter Than Hell was crazy for me because that's the song that kind of started everything. I got signed off the back of that song, and it was the song that dictated what the rest of the album was going to sound like. So it was a really special moment for me to be able to have my first introduction to an American audience with that song on that show. So I don't know, it's all just been really, really amazing and really crazy, and I just don't want it to stop.
Because Hotter Than Hell, that was kind of breaking through during that Glastonbury weekend, wasn't it? That was kind of like they all kind of met at the same point.
Yeah. That's I think maybe it came out like a couple weeks before that. It was just so special. Like, that show was crazy, especially from watching it on telly, from being so little to watching it on telly with my parents, to then going to the actual festival and seeing years and years perform on the stage, and telling all my friends that I just wanted to be on that stage so badly, to 12 months down the line getting to perform on that exact stage.
It's a good turnaround in a year.
I cried so much after that show. All my friends cried. My mum cried. It was just like, it was so crazy because I couldn't believe how fast things had gone.
So what's happening in America then? You've done some late night TV in America.
Did
Have they
late night
taken to
TV.
you? Have you got stuff out over there?
It's been fun. We've just released the new single Blow Your Mind out there as well. Mwah, exactly.
You realise how difficult you made it, by the way, for radio presenters by putting that in a bracket.
But that was the reason why we didn't make that the title.
Okay.
Because that was about to be the title. And then I was like, oh, all the poor radio presenters will have to be like, this is Dua Lipa's new single. Mwah.
Mwah.
So I also love the title Blow Your Mind, and the reason the mwah is in brackets.
You do that ever so well, though.
I'm well trained.
You can do it again.
Mwah.
You can do it into camera.
Mwah.
There you go.
And the Blow Your Mind part in the lyrics comes before the mwah.
Mwah.
So
People are now
I
going to
thought it
count
was
out all the
fitting.
mwahs in this interview.
I know. Hopefully by the end of tour, people will just be singing that part back to me.
Yeah. Have you got the merchandise ready for the tour?
There will be
Will there
merch
be mwah
ready.
t-shirts with big lips on?
Maybe. We've got some really, really cool stuff coming. We've put a lot of effort into it. The reason it's taken so long is because we've just been going back and forth with ideas, but it's going to be worth the wait.
I love how much you're in control of everything, from the music to the merchandise to how everything is going. I think it's brilliant.
I mean, I feel everything has to come from me, and that's important. And I also look after all my socials, and I have my own connection with my fans, and that's the most important part for me. So, doing all the merch, all the ideas have to be coming from me, something that I would want to wear.
Yeah.
I feel that that's like the best way to really put yourself out there and really connect with your fans and just really give myself out there.
So can we rewind a little bit? Let's go way back
Back
to when
to
you
the
were
beginning.
little. So what got you in? Because your dad was a singer.
Yeah.
Well, he's a singer.
My dad was a musician, and I guess just growing up in a musical household, growing up a lot around music, seeing him perform, seeing him and my mum just kind of listen to their favourite songs, from Sting to Stereophonics to Oasis, Michael Jackson, Bob Dylan, whatever. Just so many different types of music. It's definitely one of the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing now. But then when I received my first ever Nelly Furtado CD and then Pink CD, that's when I was like, I want to be just like them. And I feel like I've followed their career for such a long time that whatever they put out now, I'm just such a big fan of theirs.
Yeah.
And I love them so much. And what I liked about them was it was pop, but it was honest, and they had their own twist, and it was cool. And it was I feel like they didn't sugarcoat the truth. They were just telling it how it is. And that's something that I really admire and I want to put into my music, and the honesty. And I've described my sound as dark pop, and that being, pop has always been my first love. But the darkness I've taken from hip hop, and the honesty and the rawness and the truthfulness, that I feel that when I listen to a J. Cole track, I understand so much more about his life, and I feel like I have a personal connection to him. And I love that, being able to listen to someone's music and have that really deep connection to it. I would want my listeners to have that. So especially with Hotter Than Hell, like I said, it dictated what the sound was going to be like for the rest of the album. It's like you've got the flowy rappiness kind of hip hop, and then you've got a pop chorus, and it was the two genres that I identified with the most, that lyrically I felt was there, and then the production came later, because all the songs just kind of start with piano and a kick drum.
Yeah.
and then we let everything else come. It's just like finding the bones of a song first.
Cooking in the kitchen.
In
a studio. What was it?
Tunes.
Cooking up tunes. Cooking up tunes. Have you heard from Pink or Nelly Furtado? Do you know if they've heard your music? Have you?
This is crazy. Nelly Furtado followed me on Twitter, so I fully fangirled. I was so excited.
Did you DM her straight away?
I didn't, but I screenshot it, sent the text to all my friends. Yeah. Like, I can't believe this has just happened. And someone on Twitter asks me, like, oh, what's your favorite album? And I go, Whoa, Nelly by Nelly Furtado. And she replies, going, whoa, and like loads of love hearts and loads of like clapping hands. And I was like, I love her so much. I was like freaking out. Yeah, I mean, I would love to meet them both. You know, so many people say that it's kind of scary to meet your idols, but I've just heard so many great things about them being just so cool and so nice.
Yeah.
That I'm just like, you know, I love them even more.
You'd be fangirling.
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely.
So we've got the tour, Birmingham. I've got the date here. You're actually in a few weeks, actually, at the Institute.
Yeah. I'm really, really looking forward to the tour. I guess it's just like, you know, before the album comes out, to have the opportunity to kind of go around Europe and the UK and just go and perform and have fun. I love being on stage. So I'm really ready for this.
It'd be great to get to hear it before the album's out.
Oh yeah, so it's going to be much longer than the sets I've been doing so far. We'll be adding more songs without giving too much away. For what's
cheeky cover versions
in February. No, we might have some covers, but a lot of original songs. But I don't want to give too much away before February.
Right. Okay.
So I think, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun, and I want to bring a good show, and I want to leave people like really excited for what's to come next.
I can't wait. Can't wait to hear the album as well next year.
Yeah.
Dua Lipa, thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Let the music
set you free.
Free Radio.